So the first episode of Chip and Dale Park Life has now premiered on Disney Plus, containing 3 small stories of around 7 minutes, and I thought it would be fun to talk about it. Is it promising? Is it funny? Or does it miss the mark? I'm also curious what your first impressions are, so of course let me know in the comments what you think about it. I'm not doing week by week episode reviews of all these short animated TV episodes as I do with almost all of the Disney Plus original shows. There's just too much coming out to talk about all of it, but you understand, I know you do. But that aside, let's talk Chip and Dale. Hi fellow Disney Plus watchers, this is Thoughts After a Disney Plus Watch, where we review everything new Disney Plus coming out, and I'm glad you're watching. This is a channel that's specifically about movies, shows, and all that's Disney Plus original stuff. Chip and Dale Park Life is not Rescue Rangers, and my first reaction seeing this first episode was, wait, why doesn't this feel like anything resembling the original show? But then I quickly realized Rescue Rangers is not at all the first incarnation of these little squirrel pals. Rescue Rangers was a different interpretation about what these two would be like if they would be detectives, but the originals were just Chip and Dale, just 2 guys living in a tree, being around Pluto. Pluto and Chip and Dale were originally very connected to each other, and this show goes back to its roots. I should have known when I heard it would be called Park Life. These are small adventures only playing out in and somewhere around the park, and Pluto mostly plays a big role in these adventures. Now, we've only seen 3 of these little stories within this episode, but I'm already convinced this show can become something really popular. The animation style is really similar to that of The Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse, which is also a show that dropped a new episode today. The playful drawings and more painted backgrounds, this show kinda does the same animation style. I really like this animation style, and there's the word again, playful nature of these animations, and it's really reminiscent of the older cartoons, but with a stellar update. I don't like it when classic animated cartoons are reimagined with some sort of cheap 3D aesthetic, so that is why I completely support this newfound direction for these classic animated adventures. The sound design in Chip and Dale Park Life is absolutely incredible. Let me just throw it out there and start with the best thing about it. Just an example. So Chip, or Dale, I have to be honest, I don't know who, is doing this fitness exercise. Also forgot the name of what this exercise is called, I'm sorry. And while he's doing it, it sounds like a bed squeaking. Like, it's so good. And this is just one example of all the great associative sounds that are included in this episode, where whenever the characters are jumping around, running, falling, whatever they're doing, there's a great collection of sounds there in the background that really I would listen to on their own in an ASMR playlist. Please make that happen, that would be so cool. Another great example is whenever one of them is wagging their tail, you can hear a samba sound. It totally fits, right? Love it. The show is also quite silly. One of the 3 adventures of this first episode, like one of the 3 stories, is about Chip and Dale accidentally breaking out a bunch of babies. I won't tell you everything that happens, but the way these babies were portrayed was just plain silly in a good way. They're just personified as wild bulls, and it's all charming, I think. And there's also just things like, what is that? Is that a duck and a human having a baby? Is that what happened? Already in this first episode, there's so many little things that makes this show rich. Like Pluto using his ears as hands or as helicopter rotors. It never stops being inventive, I think. And that is an accomplishment given that this show is only playing in and around a small city park. I would recommend giving this a watch. It's fun for everyone. Totally a family event. All the families out there, put this on every Wednesday or Tuesday evening if it's already available where you live. These were just my short thoughts. I like this series way more than I thought I would. I figured I would probably think the show was to be fine, but it's not fine, it's great. It's a pleasure for your eyes and ears. I'm thinking about wrapping this up. Thank you so much for watching. I'm curious, what did you think of this Chip and Dale series premiere? Be sure to let me know in the comment section. Don't forget, if you enjoy the idea of discussing Disney Plus content with us, that red button looks familiar, right? Did you like this video? Then be sure to consider giving that a click. Thanks. For now, have a wonderful day and see ya!